You know, there's something truly special about being able to live life on your own terms, especially as we get a little older. But let's be honest, sometimes the little things around the house can start to feel like big challenges. Maybe bending down to pick something up isn't as easy as it used to be, or reaching for that top shelf feels like a stretch. And while we might not want to, or be able to, renovate our homes, there's so many simple, clever ways to make everyday life just a little smoother. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. I'll share 5 easy home hacks that can help you live more independently, without any major changes to your space. These are small adjustments that make a big difference, and the best part, you probably already have everything you need right at home. So, let's start with the first one, something we all do every single day: opening jars. Hack number 1, the rubber band trick for stubborn jar lids. How many times have you stood in the kitchen, staring at a jar that just won't budge? It's frustrating, isn't it? But here's a little secret. All you need is a simple rubber band. Wrap it around the lid of the jar. The wider the band, the better. And suddenly, you've got a grip that'll make twisting that lid off so much easier. The rubber adds friction, so your hands don't slip, and you won't have to strain your wrists. Now, if you don't have a rubber band handy, another trick is to tap the edge of the lid gently with the back of a spoon. Just a few light taps around the rim can loosen the seal. And if all else fails, try running the lid under warm water for a few seconds. The heat can help expand the metal just enough to make it easier to open. Hack number 2, keep everyday items within easy reach. This next tip is all about saving your energy for the things that really matter. How often do you find yourself reaching up high or bending down low for things you use every day? Whether it's your favorite coffee mug, the TV remote, or even your walking cane, constantly stretching or stooping can take a toll over time. So, take a look around your home. Are the things you use most often placed at waist level? If not, try rearranging just a few items. Move your daily dishes to a middle shelf in the cupboard. Keep your medications or frequently used spices on the kitchen counter instead of tucked away in a high cabinet. And if you have a favorite chair, consider keeping a small side table nearby with essentials like your phone, glasses, or a book. The idea is to make your space work for you, not against you. And the best part, it doesn't cost a thing, just a little bit of rearranging. Now, let's talk about something that might seem small but can make a world of difference: lighting. Hack number 3, brighten up dark corners without rewiring. As we age, our eyes need a little more light to see clearly, especially in those dim corners of the house. But that doesn't mean you need to call an electrician to install new fixtures. Instead, try using plug-in LED lights or battery-operated stick-on lights. They're affordable, easy to install, and you can place them anywhere, inside a closet, along a hallway, or even under kitchen cabinets to brighten up your countertops. Another simple trick: swap out your lampshades for lighter-colored ones, or remove them altogether to let more light through. And if you have a favorite reading spot, consider adding a small, adjustable desk lamp. It'll give you direct light right where you need it. These little changes can help prevent trips and falls, and they'll make your home feel cozier too. Now, we've covered 3 simple hacks so far. Easy ways to open jars, rearrange your space for convenience, and brighten up your home. But there are 2 more great tips I want to share with you, and they're just as practical. So let's keep going. Now, let's talk about something we all deal with: slippery floors. Whether it's a freshly mopped kitchen or a smooth hardwood hallway, losing your footing is something we want to avoid at all costs. But don't worry, you don't need to replace your floors or even buy expensive non-slip mats unless you really want to. There's a much simpler solution. Hack number 4, secure rugs and slippery floors with everyday items. If you have throw rugs in your home, chances are they slide around a bit, right? That little shift under your foot can be enough to throw you off balance. Instead of tossing them out, try this. Use a bit of double-sided carpet tape or even a non-slip shelf liner underneath. Just cut the liner to size, place it under the rug, and suddenly, it stays put. No more tripping hazards, and no more bending down to adjust it every time you walk by. Now, if you don't have any liner or tape, another trick is to place a damp, not soaking wet, cloth under the rug for a temporary fix. It adds just enough grip to keep things steady until you can get something more permanent. And while we're on the topic of floors, let's talk about your shoes. If you love wearing socks or slippers around the house, which, let's be honest, are so comfortable, look for pairs with non-slip soles. They make a world of difference, especially on tile or wood floors. Hack number 5. Make your furniture work for you. Here's something you might not have thought about. Your furniture can actually help you move around more easily. For example, if you ever need a little extra support standing up from a chair or the couch, try placing a firm cushion or even a folded towel behind your back. It raises your seating position just enough to make getting up less of a strain on your knees. Another great trick? Use the arms of your sofa or chair to help you pivot when standing. Just place your hands on the armrests, shift your weight forward, and push up gently. It's a small adjustment, but it takes pressure off your legs and makes the whole motion smoother. And if you have a favorite spot where you like to sit, maybe near the phone or where you read, keep a sturdy side table within arm's reach. That way, you can use it to steady yourself if you need to stand up. Now, these might seem like tiny changes, but when you put them all together, they add up to a home that supports you instead of working against you. And the best part, none of them require a trip to the hardware store or calling in a handyman. But before we wrap up, I've got one more really helpful hack, one that can make a big difference in your daily routine. So let's keep going. Now, let's talk about one of the most underrated tools for independent living, something you probably already have in your home, but might not be using to its full potential. I'm talking about a simple, sturdy grabber tool. You know, those long-reaching arms with a trigger handle? If you don't have one yet, trust me, it's a game changer. Hack number 6, the magic of a grabber tool, bonus hack. I know what you might be thinking. Do I really need one of those? But here's the thing. A grabber isn't just for picking up things you've dropped, though it's wonderful for that. It's like having an extra long arm that can help with all sorts of daily tasks. Need to pull a shirt off the top shelf of your closet? Grabber. Want to pick up the newspaper from the driveway without bending down? Grabber. Even reaching for that light switch across the room becomes easier. The best part, they're inexpensive, lightweight, and can hang right on a hook when not in use. Keep one in the living room, one in the bedroom, and maybe even one in the car. After a week of using it, you'll wonder how you ever managed without. Now, let's take a moment to think about what we've covered today. We've talked about making jar lids easier to open with simple tricks, rearranging your space to keep everyday items within reach, brightening up your home for better visibility, securing rugs and floors to prevent slips, using furniture to your advantage, and the wonderful convenience of a grabber tool. None of these require special skills or expensive renovations, just a little creativity and willingness to make small changes that add up to big improvements in your daily life. Closing thoughts. Living independently as we age isn't about doing everything exactly the way we used to. It's about working smarter, not harder. It's about recognizing where we might need a little help and giving ourselves permission to use simple tools and tricks that make life easier and safer. Remember, every small adjustment you make is a victory. Whether it's finally getting that pickle jar open without asking for help or walking confidently across a rug that doesn't slide anymore. These are the moments that add up to real independence. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these tips are you excited to try? Maybe you have some clever home hacks of your own to share? Your wisdom might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really does help others discover this content. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for more practical tips like these. Until next time, here's to your health, your happiness, and your wonderfully independent life at home. Remember, small changes can lead to big freedom. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.